Hello everyone and welcome to episode 15 of Saguaro Valley. Today's episode is going to be this abandoned train station that's right next to downtown Phoenix actually. It's called Union Station, and as I just stated, it's been left abandoned since about the 1990s I think. Amtrak used to have trains come by here pretty regularly, but obviously up until 1996 I believe, the station has just been left abandoned to crumble and just decay. And here you can see a little first-person car ride through this area that I built. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I actually lost half of the footage again for this video. It's happened before. It's just the footage just corrupts because my CPU was garbage, but I ended up replacing it recently, so I was able to salvage some, the rest of the video. Basically, I was able to record the rest of the episode and build the rest of the areas here, which is basically just more industrial areas surrounding this. But yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into the video. So the reason why this episode took ages for me to make, it's not actually at all related to the fact that this was a complicated build or anything. It's actually because my PC just died on me. The CPU started to overheat dramatically, and it just made the game kind of unplayable for me. And I ended up replacing the CPU and motherboard, and I got it all fixed. So here we are today with episode 15, but the game's working now, everything's working fine, even smoother actually. So yeah, that's what that was about. You can actually follow me on Twitter, because that's where I was putting up most of the updates of the episode and my terrible computer experiences. But yeah, Twitter is a good place for updates and just regular news about my channel and stuff that's going on. But anyways, back to what's actually on screen right now. You can basically see me building up these little lots of industry, and here's a little police station in the corner. There's not too crazy detail. I mean, this was a pretty detailed build overall, but nothing insane. This basically, as I've stated earlier, consists of a couple industry buildings along with some more modern office plazas that you'll see later on in the video, which actually turned out really well and I'm actually really proud of. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and just here's the rest of this clip with some music in the background. So right now I'm basically just detailing this scrapyard. There seems to be a lot of scrapyards here in Phoenix. There's just literally a bunch of abandoned cars and just junk, basically what a scrapyard is. But in a moment you will see me start to build and decorate these more modern office plazas, which are actually inspired by the sheriff's office, Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. It's right by the train station, the abandoned train station here in Phoenix. Just the way that the exterior is laid out with these diagonal pathways and just desert greenery around it, it's really modern and sleek looking, and that's something that I wanted to try and replicate here with this build. And I kind of went overboard and just decided to use this same style on 2 or 3 other blocks here in the video. But it's not a bad style to replicate. Honestly, it looks really modern, really sleek, and I just love the way that this looks. Right now you can just see me trying to find a logo to put on this building, because I don't like having just blank buildings. Obviously there should be some sort of company owning these buildings. Oh, here's an interesting one. The Amazon office building here. I was trying to put this logo on this building, but I couldn't do that without having the original there, so I came up with this ingenious solution to use these wall networks to cover up the original logo. And I experimented with just having it the way it is right now and covering the entire front side of the building there, but later on I just decided that this looks a little bit better. So I don't know, I might leave it like that, might change it in the future, but this Amazon warehouse is another one that I've kind of, not as much, but I was also trying to make this like more modern. But yeah, again, there's nothing too much to this build, it's just more trees and more paths around this area. Again, similar to what I've already been building, but just a little bit less detailed, I guess. Obviously the saguaro cactuses being a staple of this series, along with the palm trees there, because there's a surprising amount of palm trees here in Phoenix. It's kind of absurd. Here we are in the final stretch of the video. As you can see me decorating my favorite of these modern office lots here. And just mentioning the previous shot with the McDonald's, that is honestly one of my favorite like cinematics of the city. Like the shot is just absolutely gorgeous in my opinion. But anyway, back to what's on screen. I end up removing these like salmon color rocks in a few seconds, so don't worry, these are kind of hideous for this area. I replace them with much more brown rocks, and yeah, I kind of got tired of just placing only shrubs and bushes and just greeneries, and I wanted to have more obviously rocky decorations around here, just to try and diversify my decorating techniques here in City Skylines. So yeah, here are the new rocks. You can see me placing down a bunch on the other side. That's a good technique to do, because often, like, I'm sure you all know this, but if you want a certain size rock or a certain size tree, just place it off to the side until you get the one you want. And once you're done, just delete them. Very common technique, I'm sure you all know that. I don't know why I just took the time to say it, but hey, maybe I just taught a few of you something new. But yeah, this is now the end of the episode, so yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys here with this undecorated, unfinished office lot here. A true staple of this series, just leaving builds unfinished, but I promise I'll get this done later on.